Hey VC, my name's Harvey and welcome to the latest video upload for my channel Spinning the Black Circle. This is the second vinyl finds video of 2019. Some purchases over the last 2 weeks that I'm really pleased with, so I thought I'd just do a short video quickly walking through those purchases. Most of these were from a trusted local records store in the Midlands, the West Midlands in the UK, Segatron Records. So shout out to Pete at Segatron Records for most of these releases anyway. Starting off with something I was just so excited to find in the soul and funk section. This is a 1975 release by Thelma Houston and Pressure Cooker. It's called I've Got the Music in Me. This is a renowned audiophile album. It was recorded direct to disc on Sheffield Lab audiophile label, and it just sounds sensational. You know, Thelma Houston has an amazing soul voice. She's got this tight-knit band behind her in a horn section. Obviously the title track is well known, I've Got the Music in Me, but this is a sensational find. It's not that rare, but it's the first time I've seen it in a second-hand record shop. I think it's readily available on Discogs, but you know, I was super excited to see this in the store, and it was £10, which I think is a steal for that LP, and it's in mint, very good or mint condition. So Thelma Houston's I've Got the Music in Me, direct disc audiophile recording. Check it out, it's amazing. Next is an EP actually. It's a debut EP by Boy Genius. It featured high in lots of the critics' best of lists last year. It's a trio of solo female artists who came together. It's Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridges and Nuki Dacus. So all three of their albums, the most recent albums I've heard, and they're excellent LPs. But something happened when these three got together and recorded this mini LP. I think we're going to see a lot more from these guys as a group. I would classify it as, imagine an independent female version of the Eagles, because they've got this kind of knack of close knit harmonies and you know, real knack for melody. So I think they've hit on something as a trio as good as their individual solo albums are. So this is their debut EP or mini EP. It's self-titled, Boy Genius. Check it out because it is a sensational set of songs. Next is something I found in a bargain bin. Actually, I think this was £2 in Segatron Records. It's a greatest hits package from the 70s by Linda Ronstadt. Again, she's another powerhouse vocalist. I've always loved her 70s output. Heart Like a Wheel is a fantastic album. So you know, on here is You're No Good, her version of the Eagles' Desperado. It's just a sensational set. You know, she would use the cream of LA session musicians. J.D. South is on here. The Eagles are on parts of this. It's just a great album from you know, one of the best soul stroke country singers there was in the 70s. So Linda Ronstadt's greatest hits, you know, bargain. It's in fantastic condition for something that I found in a bargain bin. So I'm really pleased that I've managed to find that. So what's next? So I managed to get my hands on something I've been looking for on vinyl for a good while. So this is Todd Rundgren's 70s LP, Wizard of True Star. I just think that Todd Rundgren is an exceptional talent. He reminds me of a kind of independent stroke rock version of Prince. You know, the ability to play so many instruments. He's a talented producer, songwriter, guitarist, obviously ex-Utopia. And this is kind of one of his truly eclectic 70s LPs, you know, a mix of real eclecticism mixed with a sense of melody. And this is one of his signature works. So this was from Segatron Records also. It's on Bearsville Records, and it's in mint condition for £10. So it's an exceptional set. It's Todd Rundgren, so I had to have it on vinyl. Last is a quartet of LPs that I've been threatening to get for some time, and I'm really pleased that I've managed to get them. This is the first 4 LPs that Johnny Cash recorded with Rick Rubin on American Recordings. So I mean, these are legendary albums. These are the reissues on Back in Black, really well done, 180 gram vinyls. Sorry, Back to Black label, which I find is a mixed result from the Back to Black label. When they do it well, you know, they've released some fantastic stuff. So, you know, these 4 albums, starting with American Recordings, which was obviously the one that you know, that brought Johnny Cash's career back into the limelight via Rick Rubin's production. And what Rick Rubin does is simply, you know, lets Johnny do his thing on this LP. It's essentially Johnny with an acoustic guitar, an amazing selection of songs, and it just, you know, it's so raw and bare but honest. It's no wonder that revitalised Johnny Cash's career. And next is possibly my favourite of the quartet, personal favourite of the quartet. Actually, this is Unchained, American Recordings 2, and it features essentially all of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers as the Johnny Cash backup band. So the difference between American 1 and 2 is that there's a full band behind Johnny Cash on American 2. You know, Rowboat's on here, his version of Soundgarden's Rusty Cage. You've got Mean Eyed Cat on here, and obviously the title track. So for me, that's you know, it's a hard choice because all 4 of these are excellent, but that's a personal favourite, probably because the interaction between Johnny Cash and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. But Unchained 2 was the second one. The third one, you know, continues that rich form. Solitary Man's on here, on American 3. That Lucky Old Son, his version of Tom Petty's I Won't Back Down is on this recording. So yeah, the Mercy Seat's on here too, which is a fabulous Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds song. So American 3, you know, had to be part of the collection. You know, probably, you know, a lot of people's favourite is the, you know, the final. I think this was the final album in Johnny Cash's lifetime with Rick Rubin. There were some posthumous releases, I think, but Cash for American Recordings, The Man Comes Around. You know, because it's got Personal Jesus on here, the title track, I'm so lonesome I could cry. So this is a favourite of many people's, and I understand why. And obviously the big one on here is his version of Nine Inch Nails' Hurt, which you'll have probably seen the video for. This is a double album on Back to Black, so, you know, just because of the length of it, it preserves the sound quality well. But for me, these 4 Johnny Cash albums are, you know, almost essential. So I was always going to buy them on vinyl, having earlier owned them on digital copies. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you again for all of the subscriptions and comments. And I look forward to seeing you soon on the next vinyl update. Bye.